Hello everyone, I'm Anthony, the Eclectic Chef. Today we'll be talking about air fryers, and one specifically, this new, relatively new, it's been out 2 or 3 months, Ninja 5-quart air fryer, which we've recently had in the kitchen. And if you looked at our post a day or a couple of days ago, where we've made tostadas in this already. The air fryer in our kitchen has been something of a journey. In our American kitchen, we've been using this when we've needed an air fryer. Instant Pot lid. Why? Well, to be honest, the sous chef is something of what I would call a countertop Nazi, and she does not like things on the countertop. So to avoid that, we had to get a lid for the Instant Pot. Now, it's quite an interesting solution. Some things you need to know about it. One, you have to use the stainless pot. Comes with gizmos. It's a great way to see what an air fryer looks like, by the way, because there's the heating element. You plonk it on the top. Lots of settings, by the way. Air fry, broil, bake, roast, reheat and dehydrate. And when you're finished, it has to go on this special base so you don't burn anything. By the time you've assembled everything, there's quite a lot of storage space taken up by this. Oh, and by the way, you also have this funky plug, which is for idiots who don't read the instructions and might try to plug their Instant Pot in at the same time they're using the air fryer. Don't ask me, but I'm sure this is something the lawyers thought of. Now, what I've said you might think sounds a bit negative towards the dear Instant Pot, but actually I really like this. It works really well. I've made the best crispy pork belly in this. I've baked bread with it. Yes, it does work. And for people perhaps living in a studio who are trying to have one cooking device, an Instant Pot and an air fryer lid, it would make actually a very, maybe if not elegant solution, but a very practical one. So, moving right along, when we were in our English kitchen a few weeks ago, the sous chef opined that she wouldn't mind an air fryer because she was getting a little tired of the cleanup. I said, okay, let me see if we can get an air fryer lid. Well, you can't buy those in England anymore. In fact, I don't even know if they're for sale here. I will check and put a note in the description. And she was out and about and found, it's an English brand, a Tower. Very simple. You and I would call it a 5-quart, 4 something litre air fryer. Very simple. Temperature dial, time dial. Looks a bit like Robbie the Robot in my opinion, with his arms and legs cut off. But it works pretty well. Does sausages, salmon, doesn't make a stink, doesn't heat the kitchen up. And there's the thing. We're in the desert southwest here, and I'm looking, it's behind the camera, at my steam oven. It's a great little piece of kit. A lovely oven, dual oven over there. Even cooking on the stove top. It's 108 I think here today. And heating up the kitchen is something we really try not to do. So what I've found is that air fryers work really well in that regard. So here's the little Ninja. I went looking for an air fryer to get when we came back to the American kitchen, and I purchased this because it's squat, pure and simple. It's not high, doesn't take up a lot of space on the countertop, and I'm really quite impressed with it. I've used it a few times. Make roast potatoes. As I said yesterday, we made tostadas. And actually, when I finish filming this, I'm going to make another one for my lunch. Temperatures adjustable, times adjustable. Air fry, roast, reheat and dehydrate. What's the difference really between all these functions, roast, bake, broil, blah, 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 on these air fryer settings? Well, it's temperature, how hot's the element getting, and how fast is the fan running. You can pretty well tell what the difference is if you look at the defaults when you set your air fryer up. But the other thing that sold me on the Ninja were these parchment paper inserts that perfectly fit the tray. Now the tray's pretty easy cleanup anyway. With these parchment paper inserts, there's no cleanup. In England for the tower we bought some silicone bowls, and they work well, but they don't brown as well underneath as if you had things in contact with the metal of the tray. Cleanup's good, but these parchment papers get pretty warm, so that's not so much of a problem. Anyway, we're going to give this a try just so you can see how it works. I'm not going to use the parchment paper for this because I just want to demo the air fryer to you. And you think, well, what shall we cook? Well, to coin a phrase, let's paraphrase erstwhile Senator and now Ambassador John Kerry and say, well, who amongst us does not love sausages? Well, we'll try some bratwurst in here and see how that goes. By the way, dear Mr. Kerry sat next to me in the Virgin Airlines lounge at Heathrow earlier this year, so that's less of a coincidence that I should steal his silly phrase about NASCAR. So with that, we'll come back to you in a few minutes and show you what our sausages look like after we've done them in this Ninja air fryer. So here are our bratwurst. There's 5, you can only see 4 here. In our tray we've pricked them so they don't pop. I'm purposely not using a paper liner in this one, although if I were making this for us at home I would, largely because I just want to show you how well the Ninja will brown the sausages top and bottom. And I'm going to start at what worked for me in England in a completely different air fryer, so that may not be fair. We're going to do like 375, 380 for 10 minutes. So here are the controls of the Ninja, and it's counting down for our 10 minutes that we set the sausages at. It's really simple, by the way. On off, temperature, scroll up, scroll down. On this side, start, time, scroll up, scroll down, air fry, roast, reheat or dehydrate. It's that simple. I've only been using air fry up to now. We'll try the roast setting, which will be a slightly lower default, and by the way, the default for air fry is higher temperature than I scroll it down from. It starts at 390. I'm very happy with this unit. It's compact, which to us means a lot, and it really does a good job. So in a few minutes we'll come back and see how it's done with these bratwurst. By the way, we talked earlier about one of my reasons for wanting an air fryer is not heating the kitchen up. I want to show you something. I can put my hand right behind the exhaust fan of this Ninja and I can hold it here. Now it's getting warm. I do not have asbestos hands, folks, but it's really not that bad. And quite frankly, if I'd thought about this, I would have set it on the cooktop and just started the extractor fan. Just an illustration for you. The unit is warm, not really hot at all on the exterior. Speaks to how well insulated it is and how efficient the unit's cooking power is. Okay, so here are our test sausages done. 18 minutes this took. I'll talk about the temperatures in a sec, but let's zoom in on the sausages to take a good look at them. Okay, so here are our sausages. 10 minutes at 375, turned over, 8 minutes at 380. These are actually how I like my sausages. Very dark brown, they're not burned. I've tried to get a studio light onto these to get a true colour rendition. I hope it comes out. This one I've turned upside down so you can see it may be a little paler. That's the underneath. The metal plate heats up well, does brown the underneath of the sausages too. So this air fryer works very, very well, folks. And if I didn't have my dinner ready tonight, I'd be eating these sausages, and I may eat one now anyway. So what's the final verdict? I'm very, very happy with this Ninja air fryer. It's done everything I've asked it to. Some things I didn't expect it to do, like the tostadas. Comes with a great little instruction book. Let me show you that. Has some great recipes, guides for how to cook things or even bake them, like cupcakes, in this air fryer. It's not the cheapest out there, not by a long shot, but it does a good job, and it's compact. It's not big, it's not monstrous, and I like that. I think you'd be happy with one of these. At least I hope you would. One thing I did want to say, we'll have seen the banner at the start of this video. Nothing in this you've seen, including the Instant Pot products or the Ninja, was sponsored in any way by the manufacturers. We paid for everything you've seen today with our own money, actually from Amazon. So nothing sponsored. We have nothing in this review. I really appreciate you watching. If you've enjoyed it, I'd appreciate you liking and subscribing. Really actually does help the channel. Everybody says that, but it really does. Thank you, and have a great day in your kitchens.